and a very warm welcome to another of my Qcookin recipes. Today I've got some lovely pork chops which I got from my butcher, and I'm cooking them with a creamy mushroom sauce, baby new potatoes and tender stem broccoli. And now to get started by making the marinade for the chops. First, I'm slicing a clove of garlic. Did you know when it's sliced you get a much milder, delicate flavour? Not quite so much sulphur is released as when the clove is crushed or grated. And I don't want these chops to be too garlicky. Now I'm grating about an inch cube of ginger, which will give a much stronger flavour than it would if it were sliced. And I'm looking for a bit of punch here. To a bowl, I'm adding 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, 1 tablespoon of soft dark brown sugar, and now the sliced garlic followed by the grated ginger. Give it all a quick stir and that's the marinade done. I'm placing the chops in a freezer bag and adding the marinade. Seal the bag and give it all a good shake up to make sure that the chops are well coated. I'm now putting them into the fridge. Stop! I forgot to add 3 tablespoons of oil. Well, there you go, that's 1. Careful, nearly lost that one. Oh, and that's 2. And finally 3. Zip the bag up again and give it all a good shake up, ensuring that it's all mixed and coating the chops. And now it can go into the fridge for 2 to 4 hours. For the mushroom sauce, I'll begin by chopping half an onion and putting it into a small dish to be used later. I'm now cutting my close-cut mushrooms into quarters, and they're into a dish until I need them for my sauce. Meanwhile, outside the barbecue is heating up. I need to get it quite hot for the vegetables. And by the way, my thermometer does not move that quickly. I've just speeded it up for cinematic effect. First, I'm adding some parboiled potatoes to the vegetable basket. And then, a few minutes later, the tender stem broccoli. The veg needs to cook for 10 to 15 minutes until tender, and the broccoli is just charred. Move the potatoes around a little and turn the broccoli to ensure that it cooks evenly. Well, that's the potatoes and broccoli cooked. I'll just put the warming rack into position and the veg can go on there to keep warm, and then my cast iron pan is going onto the grill to warm up. there's about 70 grams of butter here, and I need to get it hot to fry the onion. But I reckon that's hot enough. So I'll add the onions and give them a stir round to ensure they are all coated. I'm going to cook the onion for about 5 to 10 minutes. I don't want it browned, I just want to soften it. That's doing nicely, so it's time to add the mushrooms, give them a stir round to coat them in all that lovely butter, and then leave them to cook for 5 minutes or so. Yes, it's all cooking beautifully. Now I'm adding about half a pint of chicken stock, and I'm going to cook it until the liquid has reduced by about half. It's now time to rearrange the grill to make way for the chops. So I'm moving my smoker box to the opposite side of the grill and turning this handle around. Turn both burners down as I need to get the temperature down to about 180 degrees C. On go the chops, and they need to cook for about 4 to 5 minutes each side. Now, if you've tried any of my recipes on your barbecue, I'd love to know how you've got on. So please subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment. Now let's get back to the cooking. Turn the chops, and they're cooking beautifully. To the sauce, I'm adding a teaspoon of Dijon mustard and stirring it well in. And that's followed by a tablespoon of tomato puree. Give it all a good stir round to ensure that it's thoroughly mixed. Well, that's the chops cooked. I'm now plating them and covering them with foil to rest for about 5 minutes or so. Now I'm adding 150 ml of double cream to the sauce and giving it a good stir. A grind of pepper and salt, and leave it to cook for just a few minutes more. So it's time to plate up. Don't these chops look good? And the aroma, I wish you could smell them. And there you have my barbecued pork chops with a creamy mushroom sauce, baby potatoes and tender stem broccoli. So there you have it. Now if you want to know what's coming up next on my barbecue, then subscribe to my channel. Simply click the button below and you'll be among the first to know. Well, that's all for now, so until the next time, thanks for looking at Q Cooking.